Have you ever held on to something so tightly your hand started to hurt? A relationship, a result, a timeline you set for your own life. You keep checking, keep pushing, keep asking, why isn't this happening yet? And the tighter you hold, the further it seems to slip. Today we are talking about the opposite of that grip. We are talking about surrender. And I want to be really clear about something before we even begin. Surrender does not mean giving up. It doesn't mean you stop caring, stop working, stop wanting your life to be beautiful. It means something else entirely. So let's slow down and actually understand that. Who is surrendering and to whom? When we say surrender, the first question is who is doing the surrendering? It's the part of you that thinks it has to control everything. The part of you that believes if I don't hold this together, it will fall apart. We can just call this the small self, the personal I, the one that's always managing, calculating, gripping. And who is it surrendering to? Not to another person, not to fate, like something is being done to you. You are surrendering to the larger intelligence that's already running this entire universe, the same intelligence that turns a seed into a tree, that keeps your heart beating without you having to think about it, that moves the planets without anyone pushing them. Some of us call this source, some of us call this God, some call it the higher self. I often called it the field of primordial love and intelligence because that's really what it is from my perspective. It's not separate from you. It's the deeper, wiser part of you that already knows the way home. So, really, surrender is the small self handing the steering wheel back to the wiser self. That's exactly what Krishna tells Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. In one of the most quoted lines in our scriptures, he says, let go of every other way you're trying to do this and surrender to me alone, and I'll carry the rest. And it's not only in the Gita. We see the same surrender in the Ramayana when Vibhishana surrenders to Rama and Rama makes him a promise that the moment anyone comes to him in true surrender, even once, they are held completely. So, what does surrender actually mean? Here is where people get confused. Surrender is not passivity, it's not sitting back and doing nothing. Surrender means you stop gripping the how. You still have your desire, you still take your steps, you still show up fully, but you release your stranglehold on exactly how it has to happen, when it has to happen, and through which person or situation it has to happen. Think of it like this: you are in a river. The river is already flowing toward the ocean. Surrender is not throwing away your oar and floating with your eyes closed, hoping for the best. It's still paddling, still steering a little, but you stop fighting the current. You stop trying to drag the river backward when you are scared of where it's going. That release, that surrender. What exactly are we surrendering? Not our dreams, not our desires, never that. You are surrendering the need to know how it will happen, the need to control when it will happen, the fear that if you let go, it won't happen at all, the exhausting belief that you are alone in making this happen. What you keep is the desire, the intention, the action you are inspired to take. In fact, that is so necessary for things to happen. What you release is the white knuckled grip of fear underneath all of it. Why does surrender create better manifestation? This is the part I really want you to sit with. When you are gripping something out of fear, you are operating from a place of lack. I haven't done this yet, and I'm terrified I won't get it. You know what? I never get things done. I don't attract anything good towards my life. That fear is a contraction. And contraction blocks the very flow you are trying to call in. But when you surrender, you relax. And in that relaxed state, you become receptive instead of resistant. You stop forcing doors open with your shoulder and start noticing the ones that are already unlocked. There is something else too. Your small mind can only see one or two ways your desire could possibly arrive. But the larger intelligence, the cosmos, the one you're surrendering to, can see 1,000 paths or more. When you let go of insisting it happen your way, you make room for it to come in a way that's actually wiser, smoother, and often more beautiful than anything you could have ever planned. That's the secret almost nobody tells you. Surrender is not weakness, it's actually a tremendous act of trust, and it comes from a source of strength. And trust is one of the highest vibrations you can hold. You're not saying, I don't care. You're saying, I care so much that I trust this to something bigger than my fear. So, right now, just for a moment, bring to mind something you've been gripping, something you keep checking on, worrying over, trying to force. Take a breath and silently say to yourself, I release my grip on how this comes. I keep my trust in that it comes. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your chest open just slightly. That softening, that's the 0 point. That stillness at your heart center is where real surrender lives. You're not giving up on your life. You're finally letting your life be carried by something wiser than your fear. That's the power of surrender. Not the absence of effort, but the presence of trust. If you enjoy the content on this channel, please like the videos and subscribe to get regular updates. And do share the videos you like with others who may find them useful.